Ahoy, ladies and gentlemen. And David, there's your ahoy for the video. And welcome back. Today we have not a diecast review. I know, that's shocking. Instead, today we have a haul. What do I mean by that? Well, back in the day, for those younger generation folks out there, back in the day, toy hauls and shit were a big thing. Like, you would showcase what you got that day, and today we're showcasing what we got after a day of flea market hopping here in the central Indiana area. I say that because we didn't just stay in Indianapolis. We kind of hopped all over the place, and we got some stuff, and a majority of it, to the shock of everyone, including myself, is NASCAR related. That's a little bit of a surprise. Didn't really see too many IndyCar related things, but we shall proceed. And we're going to start off with something that's not mine, but we did get it. And it's going to be this, I'm going to guess 2005, David Green Bruco Racing Kleenex number 27. This one's here is on the Ford Taurus body. This one was made by Team Caliber. And there's only 600 of these ever produced, it looks like, but very nice little die cast there. We're going to just line them up back here because we can. The next one I got was a loose purchase. This one here, I believe it's a 2004. Excuse me. He didn't race for them in 2005, but 2004, Bobby Labonte, number 18 Interstate Battery, Joe Gibbs Racing Chevy. There was quite a few of these lined up. This one did not come with a box. I think it was the only thing that we got that didn't come with the box. And I don't know, I just like this one better. I just like the black on it. One car that I definitely want to get is a J.J. Yaley car from 2007. Because as a kid, I was a pretty big J.J. Yaley fan. But this one here is in really good shape, especially for not having a box. It has John 3:16 underneath the number 18. So it kind of follows that Gibbs family dealio of being Christian and such. But we're going to line that one up back there. Let's see. Next up, another kind of random one. And all of these, except for two, cost me $15. This one here is a Derek Cope Gum Out number 30. This is from 1998. It's a Pontiac Grand Prix. And there's a couple reasons why I got this car. So the first reason is because it's a Pontiac Grand Prix. I don't know why, but I just like the Pontiacs. They just looked good to me. The sculpting on the nose especially. Number two, because it's also Pontiac, and they're not in business anymore. That's kind of funny to me. And the next reason goes a little bit deeper. When I was a kid, me and my grandpa, we would get our cars serviced not at a dealership, but at a small little mom and pop shop called Lube and Tune here in Indy. Well, the year's probably 2003 or 4. No, probably 2003. And we go there and we see the kind of gold chrome special edition 164 of this car. And my grandpa gets it for me, and it became one of my favorite cars for some reason. And so I don't have that diecast anymore. I lost that thing years ago. But for me, it's a special car. My grandpa's not alive anymore, and Lube and Tune hasn't been in business for quite a few years. So I don't know. It's just that one little semblance of my childhood that's there, and I love it. So I got this. Again, $15, not bad. And it's a Pontiac Grand Prix, so no arguments there. The next one up is a 2015 Bubba Wallace. This one is his last year with Roush Fenway in the Avocare car. I got this one because it was cheap. Not really anything other than that. I mean, I do kind of like the nose design to it. I just kind of got it just to get it, honestly. And it was, like I said, $15. So I'm not going to argue with that one. The next one up is a 2001 Ricky Rudd Ford Taurus. Now, What happened in 2001 to trigger everybody to want to run patriotic-esque paint schemes? Well, this is one of those cars. Now, I have wanted to get a Haviland diecast for some time, and I've wanted to get a Ford Taurus for some time. And this car just so happened to cross my line of sight today, and so I picked it up. So now I have a Pontiac Grand Prix and a Ford Taurus. But it is cool to get the Yates car represented, especially with the all-red interior. And, I mean, yeah, it is a cool car. And I got, again, just to get it, but, ow. Yeah. So next up, we have a Father's Day edition for Petty Racing, 1999 Hot Wheels 164s. We have John Andretti, we have Kyle Petty, and we have Adam Petty. 3-car pack here. Cool cars. This one also belongs to Noah, so that is something, but we did get these, or he did get these. It is a cool 3-car pack, though. This one didn't cost much either. It was a Target exclusive, fun fact. I don't know if you knew that or cared, but now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Oh, we did get a couple other things actually. For $6, we got this Dale Earnhardt figure celebrating his 1995 Brickyard 400 win. It's one of his 6 greatest wins in Winter Circle's imaginations. This one was made in 1999. Hey. And then next up, we have Talladega Nights, unrated and uncut. This one here he bought for $1.50. So, yeah, the best movie ever made, says Ricky Bobby. I feel like I'm doing like one of the Dollar Tree specials. There's the back of the packaging in case you didn't know what it looked like, but there we go. Now we're going to get to the 2 biggest purchases of the day. So the first one cost me a whole whopping $18. Yes, it is a Tony Stewart diecast. However, as most of you out there know, I live in the great town of Speedway, Indiana, which is also part of Indianapolis, Indiana, which is also coincidentally the home of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. If you didn't know. So every year there's 2, or at the time there was 2 major races. One was attended more so than the other, which is ironic. The Brickyard 400 was the most attended race of the year here in Indianapolis, and Indiana native from down the road in Columbus, Indiana, where we almost were today, comes Tony Stewart, and this is his 2007 Brickyard win. Again, got this for a whole whopping $18, which is funny because it's, you know, when you do this, you occasionally run into things where people are like, they don't know what they have. This guy knew what he had. He labeled it as the Indy winner, but it was still $18, and I keep doing that. I couldn't resist, and so I got it. And now for the final edition for this year. Well, actually, no, we got one more. We're going to show this off. It's a little difficult to see once I get propped up. We have this John Andretti print. Now, interestingly about this, if you want to know more about why John Andretti is in a Top Fuel dragster, I got good news for you. There's a place you can go, as I adjust the tripod to stay up so you can view this for a moment. And then we're going to do a shameless plug because it's my video. So, John Andretti in a car, in a Top Fuel dragster.
Well, figures, here's a fun fact. That is not John Andretti in that car. That is the 1994 version of that car, driven by Ed the Ace McCulloch, and later by Jack Clark himself.
Well, tell us, if they want to know more about John Andretti in a Top Fuel car, tell us where they can go.
You can go to Mighty Mac on YouTube. You can watch a video that I released about a week ago that covers this exact topic about how John Andretti ended up in a Top Fuel dragster for 3 races. Attempted 3, made 2.
So there you go. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Go watch the video, please. Because this is a cool story. And again, this is a really cool print, but when they say it's Jack Clark's, that's more than likely him in the car, or at the very most, Ed the Ace McCullough.
But it does say at the bottom, John Andretti.
Yes, the guy who did it is wrong.
Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, that cost me $40.
That's his yearly salary.
Pretty much.
So now we get to the final one, and this for a lot of diecast collectors is a grail, and this was also the most expensive diecast of the day, but it was worth it to me. We have this beautiful car. Now, some of you may not know what this car is. A lot of you old-timey folks do know what this car is. This is the 2003 Brickyard 400 winner. So, why is this diecast so important? Why is it sought after? Well, it has a nickname. The Burnout Car. Well, for those of you wondering, and for those of you that drink the Lionel Kool-Aid, what's the Burnout Car? Well, back in the day, we actually had really cool diecasts. And when we had cool diecasts, we got to see some cool shit. Like this. But, Kevin, Lionel, they do that now too. They don't cut away the body. They don't modify the bodies. They just kind of, black out that little section and leave the body in place and hope you like it and spend ridiculous amounts of money on something that has half the detail, half the value, and absolutely triple the cost. This car is amazing. You can see how the tire just ripped away. You can see the decaling underneath. You can tell where it says Sonic. Like, they even cared to apply the Sonic decal underneath all the rubber. Like, you know what these decals can be, or supposed to be, without looking at it. Plus, the tire is just shredded away right here. You can see all the rubber coming off. You look underneath. Look at that. It's got more rubber splatter. What a cool car. I mean, and this is also before they started putting confetti all over the cars, which is still one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen. There's no problem having confetti from Victory Lane in a little baggie with the car, but don't ruin the look of the car. This is one of the coolest diecasts that have ever been made. My good friend Brody Banta has always told me it's one of the best diecasts ever made. Now that I own it, I believe it. I mean, you can see some of the sprinkling of dirt and grime up front. Of course, it's a little bit difficult, but it's there, trust me. But, man, what a cool car. And it's a classic Kevin Harvick livery. Tell you what, we can never get shit like this anymore, can we? So, and before you Lionel haters start jabbing me in the comments about how great they are, remember, to get this level of detail, it's going to cost you $130 next year. For the Elite Plus, they have to make a whole new division to give you less than what you got 15 years ago out of an Elite. Think about that. Anyways, so that is the haul from Flea Market Hopping. For now, there's more to come. I assure you, there's more flea markets here in central Indiana, and we will find them, and we will pillage them for all the cool shit that they have. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.